Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Buzzing with Brilliance podcast, where we are sharing extraordinary entrepreneurs' secrets to success. I'm Mary Gooden. I like to call myself the CEO and founder of My Brilliant Life. I am a speaker, author, mentor, and publisher, and I truly love supporting soul inspired entrepreneurs and business owners to grow their visibility, their impact, and their profits on purpose by writing, by sharing, and by shining, and by buzzing with brilliance. So today we are sharing the brilliant Tiffany Simms. Welcome to the show, Tiffany. Tell us a little bit about who you are and where you are.
Hi, I am so excited to be here. Mary, I am in Maryland, so I am just south of Washington, D.C. It's about 45 minutes, which can sometimes be a 3 hour drive, depending on traffic. I don't know if your listeners are familiar with the DMV area, but we have a lot of people on our roads here. And I help lifelong dieters heal their relationship with food and exercise so they can get off of that like constant, I got to start over on Monday hamster wheel of diet after diet and just feeling so crappy about themselves, and really just helping women find their own truth, learn how to tune back into their own gut and their intuition, and trusting that their body knows what to do after a lifetime of the world telling them that every sensation in their body has been wrong. And so that is one of my favorite things to do. And in that, I get to help people have it all, because the world really lied to us in saying that you can have it all, but just not all at the same time. And I don't believe in that philosophy. I think it comes down to intention. And so teaching that gift to other people is like the best gift in the world.
It makes me feel so good in my body. And I'm a feeler. Like you are a blessing to humanity. You are a gift to us, Tiffany. So thank
Thank
you.
you.
And what we'll all learn as we continue to grow and evolve, if we choose to, is that we all have this piece of the puzzle to offer. We all have a brilliant uh, part of us that wants to share something powerful that first changed our lives, and now we know that we unlocked our energetics of also changing the lives of others. And I know we're not talking about this today, but you too have a podcast, don't you?
I do. It's called Two Humans Talking.
And so we're going to celebrate that next week. But I love that we have found each other. I love that we're here together. And I know that you're very passionate about it because you can read it in your energy. And that's just so powerful. You can tell when people are passionate about who they be. Will you share with us, Tiffany, about how you developed this passion, a little bit of your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, I think like most people who become entrepreneurs, they usually tend to solve a problem in their own life. And then they realize they're like, oh my God, this is the solution to the thing that was plaguing me for 20, 30 years. I have to go share it with people because I was searching for this solution and it didn't exist before I created it. And so I think, like other entrepreneurs, I developed in that way. And I started my first diet when I was 10, and my whole life, it was always about losing weight. It was never okay to be the size that we were. My mom and I bought clothes that were always a size smaller than we actually were to motivate us to lose 5 pounds. We were always losing 5 to 10 pounds. And over the years, as I developed as a human and my body changed as it should, our bodies from infant to toddler, toddler to little kid to prepubescent, and teenager to adult, and then young adult into a mature adult, our bodies are actually designed to change and evolve and grow. Yet the world taught us, at least in my life as a woman in this world, that smaller was better, and that if you didn't look the same way you did when you were 14, then you're fat. And like, that's just not true. And so I was diet after diet and just steadily gaining more and more weight. I developed a binge eating disorder in that time. And when I healed myself from the binge eating disorder, I developed orthorexia, which is a really unhealthy relationship with being healthy. And so my pendulum swung from one side, one extreme to the other. And so throughout my own journey of taking classes and getting certifications, never to actually use them, but to learn everything I could for myself to help myself out, I realized I had a really unique way of seeing the world, and that if no one was going to teach people how to be healthy, because being healthy and losing weight are not the same. They can be similar. You can do both, but what we're taught mainstream, fat loss, is not actually healthy. It's like low key eating disorder. And so I was like, you know what? If no one's going to teach people what I learned about being healthy, then I guess I have to be the person to do it. And
Hmm.
so here we are.
Pick me. I did that through my divorce. Very similar in that. It's like, I need a mentor. No, you're the mentor. You're going to help people walk through the people that move toward you, these
Yeah.
experiences in your life. And it's going to be easy for because it's just you being you. It's just you sharing your knowings and your experiences with vulnerability and truth and heart.
Yeah.
It's
100%
super.
true. I think, I don't know about for other people, for me. So I had to learn how to be healthy, right? Through graduating college, after graduating college, through becoming a young adult, through my first 3 jobs, and in a season where I was an emerging leader of a Fortune 250 company. I was a nuclear chemist for 12 and a half years. I was putting power on the grid, keeping your lights on. And that industry is very stressful. It's high stress, high demand, male dominated. Everything was due last month. Like, and I had to learn how to take care of myself in the chaos. And some of that chaos meant working 14-hour days, working night shifts, working weekends, and navigating all of the pieces. And so I had to learn it through all of that. And I think that that benefits me in the world because there's a lot of people. And what I learned to be true in my life was that all of the doctors and experts that I sought out trying to heal my binge eating disorder, they had great intentions. They went to school, they did all of the studying, they were following the program because the mathed, but what they were lacking was real life application and what it actually meant and felt like to be someone living in this world with a binge eating disorder.
Mhm.
And so, like, when you experience it and then you combine that with the knowledge and the schoolwork of learning how all this stuff works, and you put that together, that is the zone of genius in whatever your entrepreneurial journey is. It's combining the knowing with the doing for it all to meld together. And when you can connect with your clients like that on that level of like, I really do understand what you're experiencing right now. Let me hold space for you. Let me hold you accountable. Let me walk you and guide you through this muck to the other side. I think that's where the magic happens.
Mm, magic. Magic is everywhere. Oh, so I can't wait. You're going to share with us today 3 fun and easy business tips that have led to your level of success, your definition of success, really. And I'm super excited to hear. So I'm going to give you the floor to share with us your number one, Tiffany.
Yeah, I really, truly, to the core of my being, believe it starts with you defining what success looks like for you. Right? And that sounds so silly because it's like, oh, success means so much in revenue a year. And it means that my wife and my partner or my husband is happy and my kids are thriving. But like, what does that really mean? Because otherwise, you never feel like you're getting there. As an entrepreneur, most of your day is spent being a scientist of your business and testing new things out to see what sticks and what works and what resonates and what doesn't, and fine tuning things that are working to make them a little bit more optimized. And so, like, if you don't know what success actually looks like, you always feel like you're failing.
Brilliant. It's so true. And that's why I say that. How do you define it? It's so powerful to know because what you listed before is, if this is healthy and this one's healthy and this one's on their way, are just a pre-programmed, most of the time, a pre-programmed structure of saying, not success means this, something outside of me, when it really, success is something inside of you, something that you visualize. So I love this.
Yeah. And it goes a step further than that, because this, what does success mean to me, will evolve as you and your business evolves. And so you're constantly revisiting this concept of what is successful. Because if you are a brand new entrepreneur and it's like day 10, success truly is, I learned how to set up a funnel. That's not a revenue goal. But those are mile markers and milestones in your business. It's, I gave a webinar in a new format. Those are success markers that are taking you towards the thing. Now, if you've been in business for 10 years, well, now your metrics shift a little bit. How many clients are you bringing in? How much is your revenue? How much are your leads costing you to convert? And so, like, you got to be intentional. And then my second one goes into that a little bit. Like, yes, you need to know what success means for you, but are you being the leader of your own body first? And this
Mm,
is something I think that is overlooked in business, whether you're the business owner or you work for someone else. If you're someone who is wearing the badge of honor of, oh my God, I was so busy today. I had coffee for breakfast, didn't get lunch. Like, it was so hectic and I was everywhere. Well, I got news for you. You're actually failing in your job. Because if you are not feeding your body, if you're not giving it the fuel it needs and the nutrients it needs to function, even if you're at the top of your game, there is like such a percentage more that you are not living into because you're not leading your own body first.
mhm.
And so take inventory of that. Like, where am I in my health? And not just health as in like what size I am, how fast I can run, am I going to the gym, but health being how easily can you create harmony between your health, your relationships, and the way you earn money? Because that, my friends, is what holistic health is.
Mm, that's powerful. It's, and so true. What is your intake? What is your intake? Because that's going to show, your outtake is going to be whatever you're intaking. And when you're not in a healthy, reasonable place with what you're fueling your body with, you can be at the top of your game, but sustainability is going to, you're going to sacrifice sustainability because you are going to, what's burnout. And entrepreneurs are burning out all the time. And they don't even, I bet they're, I love all of you, but I would venture out to say that 90 to 92% of you aren't really looking at your food or what you're intaking into your body on a regular basis. So that's
Yeah.
powerful.
And you know, and when you're in business, you're always looking for that advantage and that edge, that thing that's going to set you apart and put you at the front of the pack. So even if you're at the top of your game, if you're not paying attention to your health holistically, there is so much more in you that you haven't tapped into, that if you were to just hit, how am I eating? How am I moving my body? Do I feel joyful? What are my relationships like? How do other people perceive me in my relationships? Am I getting what I want out of my relationship with how I'm earning money? And when you fine tune that, it unlocks the next chapter for you to like supercharge. And the image that just popped in my head just then, Mary, was like Mario Brothers. Like when Mario gets the star power, like he was going really fast to begin with, and he was stomping all the mushrooms and getting all the coins. But as soon as he gets that star power, he's like off. And
Mhm,
that's what happens in your business. Like, you might be doing good, but there's so much more for you if you would check in and get yourself aligned.
mhm. And what kept coming through for me, which is probably your, in your words too, like food oftentimes controls your mood. And
Yep.
moody business owners, you're still stomping all the things, but that superpower is not coming, right? That, oh my gosh, when am I going to see the results? It can lag because your food lag and your mood lag. It's all connected, right? We
Yes.
can all agree on that. There is this inner, it's all interwoven. But oh, these are good. Like I'm rolling off the edge of my chair here.
Literally, as you sit there on your ball.
Literally, I'm on my exercise ball because it's more comfortable for my body.
And I love that, being intentional, checking in. What do I need to show up my best for this interview today, which is going to make my business grow?
And it puts me in my inner child phase. So I'm laughing on every call. I really am in a joy-filled place. So this is me. And I know you and I would be, we would just love each other up when we
Absolutely.
get
I
first.
cannot wait for the moment we get to do real life, like in life, in person, touchy things together.
Right. So whoever's writing down, and I'd write this stuff down only because I believe writing, when in doubt, write it out, write things out, say them out loud, but that's the publisher in me. But
I'm
so
sitting
number
at my
one,
pen and my
yeah,
notebook are out because like note takers are money makers.
another great, great, great words. Look at that. Note takers are money makers. Write that down at the top of your notebook, on the front of your notebook. But so number one, defining success, like really spending time, because there's really plenty of it, and sitting with yourself, like, what does success mean to me? I know what success meant in the 1990s, and I know what success meant in the 2020, right? But what does success mean to me now? And 3 months from now, or a month from now? You don't have to plan out that far, but maybe ask yourself every day, because it can change. When you change, everything changes. And so that was number one. Anything else you want to add to number one? Number two, be the leader of your life, but be the leader of your health, be the leader of your body. Pay attention to how you're sitting at your desk and having your Zoom calls, right? How are you positioning yourself comfortably? Pay attention to what you're putting in. Food controls your mood, is what I keep hearing. I don't know
Yes,
why.
100%. That's the message you needed to receive today.
So much so, like, I don't know whose words are these. All right, so what's your number three?
Number three, I would say get away from your computer. Go meet people in real life, belly button to belly button. And I know there was a time where being digital was the fancy thing. It was the thing that made things a little bit more efficient. It made our businesses a little bit more creative. But now it's 2024 and we all lived through a time where we didn't get to human for a period of time. And so people are craving true human connection. And so go out and get to know people and be more interested in who they are than word vomiting on what you have to offer with them. And when you do that and you truly start listening to who people are and what they stand for and what they need and get invested in them, you're going to then go meet other people who are saying things like, oh, I really need someone in such and such area. I wish I had someone. And you're like, oh my goodness, I just had lunch with Susie down the street who does that exact thing. You guys should meet. Let me make that connection for you. And when you can be the person that makes connections for other people, like it makes people feel seen, and that's a gift. And then it feels almost selfish, but the opposite, the flip side of that is when you serve other people want to reciprocate and they want to do the same for you. And now you're the person, because you help them, they want to help you too. And you'll learn really fast who's in it for themselves and who's in it for truly making the world a better place. And those are the people you truly lock into and surround yourself with more of those kinds of people.
Mhm. Yeah, build relationships, build real relationships, and really going to that phase of evolution where we were only digital actually expanded our ability, because we met people all over the globe, or I know I
So
did.
cool, right?
Then it expanded me. And so now when we're back in the place, we have the best of both worlds, which brought me what I thought about. Like, I used to think, gosh, it would be nice to have a place in some, 6 or 7 or 8 different places in the world, and some places in Europe. And, I said that out loud, and then I kind of realized I have clients turned friends, turned deep, heartfelt connections all over the globe, which means wherever I go, I do have a place.
Yeah,
I do have a relationship. I do have somebody there, because that's what we want. Like, we want to have a coziness when we get there. Build
build
relationships.
relationships. I think one of the first questions I asked you when you and I hopped on Zoom just to get to know each other was like, Mary, what lights your soul on fire? Like, what actually makes you you? And I didn't realize that that question in itself was so unique, because most people are so anxious to share what they do to see what they can get from you. And so, like, give someone the gift of just listening to them and being present with them and being curious about what they do and what collaborations you might be able to create together or with for them with other people. And you will go so much further in business because you
Like you said,
cannot do this by yourself.
like the connection, the connection, introduce people in that are good fit, and how do you know? For me, it's like I meet somebody and I'm like, who, I starts ticking, like, who they would get along with well, like act on those intentions and those guidances. And you're not missing anything. In fact, you're growing exponentially by collaborating, by partnership, by, like you just said, Tiffany, you can't do it yourself. You don't We didn't come here to do it ourselves. So doing it ourselves actually doesn't feel natural.
Is lonely,
Ugh.
is isolating.
Mhm.
And then when things are hard, because they will be hard, it's really, really extra hard because you have no one to anchor into to help you through it when there's someone else who already went through the stage that you're in that could help guide you or help pump you up to the next stage. And so don't isolate yourself.
Yeah. Well, you have a gift for the audience I'm going to share. And how can we get closer to you? What can we do here? How do we get our health? How do we take action with you, Tiffany?
I love it. So I am at the Tiffany Simms, Simms, on all of your favorite social media platforms. I go live multiple times a week. I'm constantly sharing. I truly believe that I can give you everything I got and if you want to hold my hand and get help, then I offer that as well. Like I offer more personal services, but there's no need to gatekeep. Everything I know I put out into the universe for other people to run with. And so just come hang out with me and grab that time hacks guide. It literally, the freebie that I have with Mary is my time hacks guide for getting an hour back in your day as soon as tomorrow. Hack number 3 will literally change your life. And so, whether you're someone who's looking to lose weight or just get control of their time again, that's a really good guide for you. I recommend you grabbing it.
Yeah, that's fun. Healthy habits. I'll have those links in the notes here, and super, super, super grateful to you, Tiffany, for sharing all of your brilliance with us today. So
Thanks for
thank
having me.
you. And until we all get a chance to connect again, keep on buzzing, friends. Just keep on buzzing. Keep on finding ways that you feel good, because then your buzz is alive and we can see your brilliance. So until we get to meet again, bye for now, everyone.